Thanks, Brandon!
Oh, goodness.
Yep, I've forgotten what my real face looks like.
No scars, though.
He does.
I was bleeding. Which, just like you, makes me an anomaly, an aberration. Watch the switch. You're too young to be on steroids, buddy.
Oh, are we good to go? Awesome. All right, we are here with Alexis, who should have been the new, what's the actual title name?
It's the Michigan State Women's Champion.
Okay, Michigan State Women's Champion, who should have been that tonight, but will be next time. Because, I mean, Tenchi should just give it to her at this point, honestly.
Honestly, yeah.
Right. So, that match, fucking love.
Thank you so much.
Just love.
Yeah.
Do you wrestle anywhere else but here?
Right now, I only wrestle at Pure Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
But my goal is within the next several months to keep training up. And I want to start finding places. I want to start setting up other places because I'd love to turn this into a full-time career. Like, this was my training grounds. This is where I first started. But, like, I'm ready. When I turn 18, I want to, like, see what else is out there. And
I really think you should because you are really good and you're just getting better.
thank you so much.
RCW in Indiana,
Okay.
12 out of 10 would recommend.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll definitely
12
see if
out
I
of
can
10.
get a ride down there.
I will give you a ride down there.
Bet.
I will give you a ride,
That'd be
like
so
for
fun.
real. So, the only person I'd like to hear more than you tonight was Heather. And Chaos is pretty alright.
I mean,
Not
yeah.
as good as you.
Obviously.
I mean,
I have some respect for Heather. She's been around a long time. We've gone back and forth in our differences, but
yeah, the matches
respect
with
that.
her are always really good. You guys are a good match. Even with a height different, I didn't think it would be that good, honestly.
it's kind of crazy how that works. Like,
It is, but it's really good. You guys work really well together.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, especially like when we first met in training, and so like we would practice together and all that stuff. And it was weird because I was like, I can never work with other girls because they're so much shorter and smaller than me, so it's hard for me to ever do anything.
Right.
But then like her and I, we just instantly clicked at practice, and like that was like we have like this like frenemy thing going on where like we're friends in practice, then we get in the ring and it's like, no, we're gonna beat each other up.
And you really do beat each other
Yeah.
up. There's no question about that at all. So you trained here then, right?
Yes.
Did Heather?
Yes, she did.
So-
She started, actually her first practice was the last practice we had before COVID shut us down.
So
then
you
she
guys did shut down for COVID then?
We did. We were shut
Okay.
down for like 8 or 9 or months or a year. I don't know, somewhere like that.
Was that hard? Like
It was-
for you, like were you wrestling like in the ring before that, or was it just only practice?
I had a few matches before then.
Okay.
I was a junior grappler at the time. So like, I had my junior grappler pre-shows, but like I looked forward to that every week. And like, it would be, I remember it was Wednesdays and Fridays. I would drive out to Iceland Arenas and I'd be there from like 5 or like 7 or whatever. I don't even remember, like 7 o'clock to like 9 o'clock at night on school nights because I would do juniors and adults, and that became my routine. I looked forward to that every week. And then COVID happened, and without any explanation, it was just done. And it was so awful. Like it would not recommend. It was Depression City. And then as soon as the barn opened up and I was like able to start training again, hey there.
Does anybody see any shoes?
No.
Other than the ones I'm
Say hi.
wearing. That's fine. I'm not a person just sitting here. It's whatever.
About it. It happens all the time.
But yeah, no, it was once the training opened back up in our coach's barn, I was like the first person back. I was like, I'm scared I'm not gonna be good anymore. Can I have a private lesson to like remember how to wrestle? And he was like, he'll be fine. And I'm like,
were your fears warranted?
no, like it was totally easy. I was like, oh yeah, this was super nice. Like he was like, I told you.
So when did you decide like I'm gonna be a wrestler?
It started, my family, we're close family friends with Gideon Malice.
Okay.
So when
I know him, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. So he invited our family out to a show back in, it was January 2019.
Okay.
And so my mom was like, we're all gonna go to this. And I'm like, I looked up a video of pro wrestling. At the time I still thought it was real because I was like 13 and gullible. And I was like, that looks scary and barbaric. I don't want to watch men hit each other because why would I want to do that?
Because you do.
And so they forced me to come out. I was like, I want to stay home. They were like, no, you're coming. And I was the loudest person in the crowd that night. I had so much fun. And I followed pro wrestling like to every show for like 6 months until Joe, our coach, who was promoting like, oh, join our junior grappler program. Like, I'm here anyway. I might as well.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a decision.
Yeah. It just kind of happened. I was like, hey, Mom, can you like call them and see? It's just like, okay. Never done sports before that. Totally unathletic.
Really?
So it was a strange shift for me.
That is very strange. You didn't do any sports at all?
No, I started marching band, which is the closest I could have to a sport, and then I quit within the first 2 weeks because it was awful.
I mean, I've never been in marching band, but it looked awful.
Yeah, like, I was like, oh, it'll be so cool, and then, like, I learned how to play mellophone because I played French horn, but, like, you can't play French horn in a marching band.
Why?
Because it's like weird, awkward position. You like have your hands up here.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then I went to like the first couple of practices, and like it's standing like this for hours, and I was like, you can't make me do that.
Oh no, that's awful. Much better flinging people around.
Oh yeah, it's so much more therapeutic.
Yes.
And active, like.
And you're very good at that too.
Thank you.
And you're, for as tall as you are surprisingly lithe in the ring. Flexible and fancy. You don't have to Google it. So, but yeah, no. So, your plans after this obviously are to go other places, right? You graduated.
I did.
So you're almost a fully 18-year-old.
I'm almost like. It's weird because like people are like, oh, you're almost an adult, but I've honestly felt like I've been 22 since I was 12.
Wow.
Like I feel like I've always been really mature for my age. So like I'm happy now that I just finally get like the advantages of being the age I've always felt like. Like I hang out with like my guy friends, I hang out with like the other wrestlers who are all older than me, and then I realize I'm like, oh, I don't have as much life experience as you. Like I can't legally drive, I can't drink. I'm like, that's kind of weird because like I just like mesh.
Yeah. Well, that's because you have like, I hate this, old soul.
I do.
All the hate for that term, but also it fits with you, I think.
Thank you.
So you've graduated from school, you're planning on like making this like a bigger full-time thing, going to other places. RCW! Sorry, little frog in my throat. But I don't know why I'm camping for them so hard. They're really fucking good though.
Yeah.
Like
I will check them out.
Yes.
I gotta get to Chainsaw Pro Wrestling too.
Mr. Chainsaw is also dope. I think I've wrecked them to you before.
Aaron Orion is like, he keeps dropping hints and he's like, come with us, come with us.
You should. See, then you have a built-in ride.
Yeah. And like, I would this month, but I checked the date and it was July 29th. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? I have a concert that day.
Oh,
I was so mad because I was going to go with the Death Threat Army. It was going to be fun. It was going to be
that would have been dope.
But I'm like, next time, Aaron, I will be here. I promise this time.
Yes, both of those are like top notch. I mean, we have XICW in Detroit, obviously. It's like the pinnacle of the awesome right there. So if you hit those, you will do good. Yeah. So are you going to college? Like,
yes.
Is that a thing?
Actually, the last 2 years, my high school has paid for me to do college. So I've been dual.
Nice.
Actually, like I've had one high school class each year. And then the rest of my classes have been through Lansing Community College.
Okay.
So I'm getting all my prerequisites done, and they're all for free.
That's so smart.
Yeah. So now I'm finishing up at LCC. I have a few prerequisites left, and I'm starting at U of M Flint in the winter.
My kid went there for a term.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going for a business degree.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So you're going to be your own manager then?
Yes, my own manager, and if wrestling for some reason doesn't take off as I want it to, or after I retire, I'm going to be a wedding planner.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Look at you. You can do both.
Right?
You can plan their wedding and then slam them.
Yeah. If the husband cheats, I'm just going to be like...
I feel like that's a good plan.
Yeah, built-in like insurance right there.
Exactly. I'll not only plan your wedding, I'll fuck him up if he fucks you up. I don't feel like those swears would go good in a commercial, but it sounded good.
Yeah, we can bleep it.
I should bleep a lot of the things that I say, in all honesty.
I need an automatic bleeper in my head because I say things and I realize later I'm like, I should not have said those.
Yeah, it's all right. So, I know you've wrestled a lot of people here. Who do you want to wrestle? Male, female, I don't care. I think intergender matches
I love intergender wrestling.
Awesome.
Like, intergender is honestly my favorite just because I love the respect it commands. Because
I agree.
So many people view women's wrestling as separate from real wrestling.
I agree.
And I'm like, look, we don't always have to work intergender matches where it's like, oh, I'm sexist and the woman puts him in his place. Like, I want to work men's matches where it's like I'm wrestling like a little tiny dude and he's scared of me because like I'm big, I'm intimidating.
You are big and intimidating,
like,
and that's a powerful thing. And I really like that. I would watch a match like that because it's that sexist thing. Like, it's funny once in a while, but like that gets tired after a while. Like, bro, we get it.
Yeah.
You think all women hate men and men hate women. Like, it's like the whole Russian trope. It's like one of those tropes I just don't get into.
Yeah.
But I like the scared of you.
Right? The scared, or like we even have a friendly competition, like where it's like men and women, we just like work, like we work a wrestling match. Like, I just wish, like there shouldn't be, it's my opinion, radical opinion here. I don't think there should be men and women's belts. I think there should just be belts based on the weight classes that you have.
I just said that like a month ago. Like, I would say a couple weeks, but it's probably been much longer than that. But yeah, I don't think they should. I think they should just have a thing. Yeah. And whoever is qualified for that thing, then they both go do it.
Because then it'll only be the people who are qualified and want to push themselves to get there.
Yes.
Instead of having women who are stuck holding the women's belt, who really are like, I'm strong and powerful, I can go get the heavyweight championship, or I'm going to try for the cruiserweight belt. Like, there are so many more storyline opportunities and so much more content and like things we can do with it if it opens it up. And plus the respect for women's wrestling that would come from that.
I feel like you are 120% right, because women's wrestling just doesn't get the respect. Yeah. Like, I know you have like costumes that show more skin, but for the most part, I feel like the more popular women are more risque dressed.
I feel that, and like I try not to look at women based on what they wear, because that's definitely like a thing we've gone back and forth with.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Like the women's empowerment movement, I feel like we need to like step away from like, oh, we're like what the women are wearing and what they're like. Let's look at like quality level of our wrestlers. Let's push for the women who like try the hardest and work the hardest, put on the best shows instead of like,
instead of the ones that are just out there flip-flopping around and not doing that good.
It's like, dressed or not, I've seen so many women like that on the indies, and it's like, let's all just try harder and let's open this up for all women out there. Let's get more. That's my goal. I want to be a role model for the little girls out there. I didn't start wrestling for a long time because I hadn't seen a female role model. Part of what got me to start was I saw this women's wrestler, Heidi Katrina. She's in the UK. And she's freaking awesome. Pure Pro Wrestling didn't have any women at the time.
Representation matters.
Yeah,
like across the board.
At the time, the only women's wrestlers I had seen were like either really butch or like they covered themselves head to toe. Okay. And it was like, I felt like I didn't fit. I couldn't be feminine and wrestle. Like, I felt like that was wrong. So as soon as I saw a woman who was confident in her femininity, but also wasn't like, trying to do like I'm so sexy gimmick.
Yes.
But like she was just
the wilting female. Yeah,
like
I don't like that
the weak, weaker woman. Like, and all those gimmicks are valid and they're needed in their own sense. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. Like,
I totally am all right with that.
But seeing a strong, powerful woman who was confident in her body, but her body wasn't her gimmick, was so powerful for me. Where I could see strong femininity in the ring. Like, that was what I needed to really push me to want to join too.
See, that's good. I'm glad you saw her then, because you are. There was a little girl sitting next to me. First off, she gave me life.
I love that.
She was here for chaos, but when she saw you, she lost her breath. She screamed louder for you than chaos. That's the one that ran and asked you to take a picture.
I love that.
Yes. She was like, I'm going to go and I was like, that's what we need. She's never been to a wrestling match before. And she had like, it was all women. It was great. Yeah. But then she saw you and she was just like, I want her to win. And I was like, I do too, honey.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
Yes, but that's important for kids to see that and not just because it looks real. Yeah, I mean, it is real. It's totally.
Well, we've been kind of stepping over the line back and forth.
It's fine. But it looks, and it's important. Representation is important for color or sex or like anything. So I agree with you. Yeah. So how are you gonna make sure more people see you then?
Make sure more people see me. Trying out more shows. I'm trying to push my social media as much as possible. I have like I hate to say it, like, I have lots of favors to cash in. So I'm definitely gonna like, I want to get out there, and like I said, I want to grow. And even if I don't make it, as long as I can like, you know, have a career and have like.
I feel like you have the possibility to make it.
I would love to, because I want to be a role model for kids, just like Heidi was a role model for me, and I want to change the field of women's wrestling. I want, if you don't ever wrestle an intergender match in like a big division, I want people to know that strong women exist everywhere, and that like we can come from like the greatest of odds. And I just want us to all demand the respect we deserve from promotions and men and everyone, other women. We need to stop being catty. We need to all lift each other up.
I agree. I like that a lot. God, it made me feel bad. That's all right. I'll get over it.
No, no, I was actually just talking to other women earlier. And I was like, honestly, I kind of like was threatened by all of you guys when we met. They're like, yeah, I kind of remember you like giving me like weird looks when I walked in. And I'm like, I'm so sorry about that, because genuinely, like I care about our women's division so much. All the girls are so nice, and like
they are very nice.
We all work together so well. We're so close as a group, and it's like, but society has a program that we see other women as threats, and I'm like, that's not cool. Like I need to deprogram that in my brain. Like when a woman walks in the bar, we should be welcoming her instead of being like, oh well, you're gonna steal my spot, so I need to work extra hard. I need to like be mean to you so I don't get close to you so I can beat you.
All right, I can respect that. I like all people. Okay, no, let me rephrase that. I like you no matter what, as long as you're not an asshole.
Right.
So like, I feel like non-assholes should. Can you calm the fuck down? I feel like no, I'm just joking. I know it's noisy. No, I feel like more people should be non-assholes and supporting each other.
Yes.
It's important, because there's a lot of icky stuff going on. Like, we don't need that.
Right.
And it's nice that you guys do that here. That makes my heart happy, actually. As much as I don't want to like some of them in the ring,
yeah,
like on a personal level, I think they all seem pretty okay.
Right.
So
yeah.
You're good. I promise. It happens so many of the times. All of my interviews have people like just meandering through.
Yeah.
It's because we do them on scene, so I'm so sorry.
It's an element of realism.
I said I'm so sorry.
It's just an element of realism, don't worry. You guys better appreciate how real it is.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank
How
you.
old are you?
I am not that old.
Not that old? I don't think you're that old.
47.
You don't look 47 at all.
Oh God, she's my favorite forever. No, you already were my favorite forever.
Thank you. Oh, seriously, you just radiate youth and happiness. Seriously.
I'm glad. That makes me happy, because I like to try and bring a little light into other people's life, because the whole world sucks.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. But no, thank you so much for sitting down. I know you got to go do all of the things.
Yeah, I'm sweaty and kind of gross right now.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Wait, before I want tell socials. I'm going to put them in the YouTube video too, but just tell your socials.
Okay, my socials, I have Instagram at her_royal_highness66. And then I have Facebook. Just look up Alexis Royale. I'm on YouTube as well. I think it's just look up
I'm going to
Alexis
link
Royale.
all of it, but go do it, because she's one to motherfucking watch for real.
Thank you.
So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ooh.